Hello, hello. I feel like it's been forever since I've done a live stream. I think it's been like a month or so. Wow. I wanted to pop in here with an update for the collective because there's so much happening, especially right now as we move into spring and eclipse coming up next week. There's so much happening. So let me just congratulate you and welcome you into your new life. There has been so much shift in the collective that has really shifted the trajectory of so many divine feminines on this journey. And the biggest shift that has occurred is fully surrendering and trusting in full faith that everything that's meant for you will find you, and also completely detaching from external validation in all ways. This is such a powerful shift in the collective, fully taking your power back. I was feeling really guided to go live today because we're all at different phases of this journey, but I trust and know that if you've landed here, it's because your soul chose to be here during this time of great awakening, and that you play a very important role. I know who I'm speaking to. I know who I'm here to activate, and I know who I'm here to be a mirror for. What I wanted to share, the message that's coming through is that so much is beginning to make sense for you, and if it's not yet, it will soon. You will see very clearly how every period, every phase of stagnation, or what felt like a detour from your divine path, has all been preparation and purification. The message that's coming through is that the amount of prosperity and abundance and divine love that's going to be entering your life, you were not able to hold in the previous version of yourself, the previous version of yourself that felt unlovable or unworthy or was rooted in lack consciousness or scarcity consciousness. God is ready to deliver to you divine compensation and prosperity. And it's going to be flowing into your life in such amazing ways, magical ways, expected ways, and unexpected ways that you have been prepared for over the course of your lifetime to receive. And if you're resonating with this, this is not just a culmination of what's been happening in this lifetime. You may have had very dark nights and periods of drought, so to speak, or despair, or feeling that all of your prayers have gone unanswered. And the message that I'm here to share with you today is that the divine God, all that is, has never left you. And actually, the preparation, the purification process that you have been going through, which may have been very uncomfortable, you may still be going through some of this. You may be coming out the other side. There are so many divine feminines that are stepping out of this phase and stepping into true divine feminine manifestation and abundance, and really stepping into their highest timeline. But regardless, just know that this has not been a detour, and your prayers have never fallen on deaf ears. In fact, everything that you've gone through in your life experience, every trial, every tribulation, every challenge, every apparent struggle, everything that you had to deal with, every trauma, every drama, everything that you've healed, everything that you've had to look at, everything that you've dealt with consciously as the brave soul that you are, has been purifying you and preparing you for this next chapter that you are walking into, that you are stepping into boldly, that you are fully claiming now. And most important, you are able to hold. You are able to hold this abundance. You are able to hold this prosperity. You are able to hold this divine love. You are able to hold your mission and your purpose in a way that you would not have been able to if you had not gone through what you have gone through. And so, regardless of where you're at, if you are on this journey and you're going through the throes of the transformation, which I know many divine feminines are, because I speak with you on a daily and weekly basis, just know that this is your purification. This is your preparation, that God has not forgotten you and that your desires are divine. They are divinely God given desires, that calling within your heart, that knowing within your heart of what you are truly destined for to experience in this lifetime as a testimony to, to God's will. You are being prepared and purified during this process, so you have never been forgotten, and you could never be alone. You have been guided this entire time. And for the divine feminines that are walking, talking, living, breathing, seeing this now, the fruits of your faith, the fruits of your resilience, the fruits of your patience, the fruits of your surrender, the fruits, right, are now blossoming. It is harvest time for so many as we move into the spring equinox and this new chapter. March is a very, very powerful month that is shifting the trajectory for so many that have been walking the path and doing the work and showing up for themselves and peeling away layer after layer after layer of untruth that is rooted in lack or scarcity or unworthiness. For those of you that have planted those seeds long ago, you've planted these seeds long ago, and now you are growing a full garden with every single seed that you have sowed in the past and nurtured over time with your patience, with your love, with your acceptance, with your self compassion, with your forgiveness, with your healing. Everything that you have nurtured over time, these are sprouting now. These are blossoming into a whole garden for you of abundance, of prosperity, of divine love, of divine purpose, of divine mission, moving you into your highest timeline. This is what is in store for you if you are resonating with this and you don't feel that you are seeing the fruits of your patience and your faith yet. This is what is in the works for you. And I want to really stress this because this is really, really important, especially if you want to. This is really just important to anchor into, that this is what is meant for you. It's not an accident that you're going through this. It is to strengthen your resilience, it is to strengthen your faith, and it is to bring you closer to the divine essence and God essence within you. And it is a necessary part of the journey in order for you to be able to hold the amount of abundance, love, prosperity, purpose, impact, influence, and all the things that you know that you are meant for. If God were to give you everything that is meant for you in this lifetime, that you know in your heart you are destined for, which is why it oftentimes feels so painful to know that you were destined for so much, but to feel as if it's always out of arm's reach. If God were to flow that into your experience before you are ready, you wouldn't be able to hold it. You would sabotage it. You would deflect it. You would fall into your old patterns. You would fall into your old fear. You would fall into lack. You would sabotage it. This is your refinement period. This is your purification and purging and refinement period, so you can hold all that is meant for you. And it is very, very key at this juncture. If you're listening to this, I'm being guided to share this. It is very, very key that you know that this is what is meant for you and that this is what is happening. It's okay and it's safe to know and to claim this for yourself now, before you see the fruits, before you see the manifestation, before you see the abundance and the love and the relationships and the prosperity and the partnerships and the collaborations and the purpose and all the alignment that you know is meant for you. Before you even see those things, it is safe for you to trust and know that this path is your destiny. that you are destined for divine greatness in this lifetime, that you are not here and or created to live in mediocrity and to settle and to have this heart-centered, soul stirring, God given mission on your heart, and to not fully walk into it, experience, actualize it in this lifetime. It is safe to not only know that this is meant for you, it is safe to begin to feel it now and trust it. You're not jinxing it by knowing this. You know, there was a phase on the journey where it was like, I almost felt like I was jinxing myself if I were to believe in something that was so much bigger. You know what I mean? It was like I don't know how to put it into words. It was like as if it was outside of me or something, and that there was just, even though you could feel it and I could know it, you know, I'm sharing this because I'm part of this collective as well. And there was a phase on this journey where even though I could know it and even though I could feel it, and even though, you know, like that was there, there was a fear around accepting it for myself or believing it to be true. And the message here that is so important is that it is true for you now. It is not true for you once you see the things roll into your experience. It is true for you now. And the more that you can, in full faith, surrender to the truth of what you know to be true in your heart, your God given desires, what is destined for you in this lifetime, the more you can accept that for you to be true for you now, the more you collapse time and stop holding it in the future. This is about embodiment now, not embodiment in the future, not waiting for your of the fruits of your labor to blossom. I'm here to share with you as a mere an example of that is the journey that you are stepping into. And I'm here to be a testimony to this. This is what I'm experiencing in my life in such profound ways, where there was that period in the past where the darkest night of the soul, deep dark night of the soul, and the deep transformation and all the things that really had you second guessing, had me second guessing if this is resonating with you. Like, is this ever going to materialize? Is this ever actually going to take flight? And maybe you get pieces of it, or maybe you get glimpses of it, but it doesn't stick and it's always out in front of you, if this is making sense. This is about collapsing time and stepping into your new timeline, boldly claiming it now, not allowing the tricks of the mind, the fear and the doubt to creep in. This is key. This is such a key takeaway from this. If there's nothing else that you take away from this, regardless of where you're at on this path, as far as seeing the fruits of your patience and of your faith and of your resilience that you know that you've cultivated over time, regardless of where you're at with this, the number one thing that will keep your manifestations at bay and keep you from fully embodying your highest divine timeline is doubt. Doubt that this is your path, doubt that this is your destiny, doubt that it's even possible, doubt that this is meant for you, doubt that you can have it that good, doubt that you're deserving and worthy of it, doubt that you're able to hold it or receive it. Doubt is the devil. Doubt is the devil because the devil is just fear based consciousness. It's what seeps into your consciousness and tells you lies. The devil tells you lies. The devil is fear based consciousness that tells you lies that you are not good enough, you are not worthy, you are not lovable, it's never going to be your time, it's always too big for you, it's good for everybody else, but not for you. The scarcity, the lack, all of it, which is what you are in the process at whatever stage you're at of purifying and purging. This is your refinement. Doubt is what is the only thing that's allowing you to fully begin to receive the blessings, the prosperity, the synchronicities, the aligned next step, right? So often, I experience women in my environment where they will pray for something and then the action will the thing will flow into their experience, and they will well, the women that I work with, they do take action on what flows into their experience, but the ones that prior to flowing into my experience, they were not taking action on the divinely guided synchronicities and the things that were flowing into their experience because they were still in some way